We had one of the guys on the page ask for a new guy, how can I hit a draw? And he'd been having problems with being able to hit the ball straight, and even on their longer clubs or longer irons and woods, that he said he was actually having a slicing problem. And I just wanted to share with you at the moment that being able to hit a draw doesn't always necessarily fix a slice problem. Today I'm going to show you how to hit a draw, but I'm not going to guarantee that it'll help with the slice, because from a difference from being able to hit just a draw or a straight ball or a fade, there's not much difference to it. The only things that you're going to be changing would be your stance. That's the only thing that we're going to be looking at is your stance, how you hold your club, whether you're going to be holding it square to the target, a little open to the target, or close to the target. I don't usually prefer opening my club up open to the target very much, but when I do hit a draw, I do prefer closing my club, and I'm going to show you why in a minute. And also too, how you stand in relationship to your target. I have here this line right here. We're at 167 yards. I'm going to be using just a little 8-iron to get to my target. This red line right here is going to be straight onto the target, so I'll be hitting a straight ball. And then this 3-wood that I laid down is actually just a little bit off a little bit to the right of the hole. Okay? And what I want you to do this is how I'm going to first show you how we go about hitting a straight ball. Okay? Because sometimes we like to complicate things, and I think that's what makes this game frustrating at times. We want to do this and do that and take it this way and lift it up this way and do this and do that. I like to talk about a swing that doesn't have very much mental thought in it, because I find out that I can repeat a stroke without having to think about it so much more often than if I think about it all the time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show it to you like vertically or right at the camera, what I'm talking about in relationship for the straight ball position. Okay, so first thing I would do is when I'm doing the straight ball, because I had spoken about a tip previously about your driver and having a free motion and how to hit the ball and positioning. What I want you to do is I just want you to put the ball, we're going to use just a mid-iron, 7-iron or 8-iron to practice with right now. Okay, when you put the ball, you put the ball in the middle of your stance, you take your normal grip, okay, and then you get to the ball. And when you swing, I don't really want you to think about anything about your swing. I want you to have maybe two thoughts. Maybe two thoughts. I want you to have a thought of where you're going to put your hand up here at the top. So if you want to take it so far back that you normally do, okay, I have to take it up this far. And then the next thought has nothing to do with the entire swing at all. There is nowhere in the swing, I don't care about path, I don't care about direction, because you'll naturally want to swing the club in the direction that you want to hit it. So after you've taken your stance, you've taken your grip. Just a normal grip, there's nothing changed, don't do anything fancy. Okay, you take the club back, and then you just finish your swing. Okay, and when I mean finish your swing, it's a place that you can put your club here in this position, look at your target, and you can be comfortable every time. You can take it back right here and then finish right here every time. You see how I move that ball, this club, from this position to this position without thinking? And that's really what I want you to start doing. because what that does is it will allow you to swing more freely at the ball. See, when you're swinging at the ball, because I've seen a lot of people, and even a lot of good players have a tendency to do it because they're trying to do a shot, and what are they doing? They're actually wanting to wham. They're actually trying to do a motion to try to make contact with the ball or do something with their club so that it'll be at a certain place at the ball. Okay? So all we're going to do, and this is how I wanted to have a baseline. I wanted to have a baseline what we work with. Because if we can work with this baseline, we can move on to hitting a draw or even hitting a fade for the matter. But first, all I want you to do, concentrate on this. Put the ball in the middle of your stance. Take your normal grip. You take it back here in this position, and then you follow through into this position where you're comfortable in balance, and it's going to be in the same position every time. Okay? And you want to have this position right here where boom, you're ready to go. You're like you got that PGA stance and that PGA direction that you're going to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hit a ball right here. It's my first one. I hit a couple warm-ups, so let's see how this goes. Okay, so the first target, I'm going to be hitting straight on down the line. I'm going to be aiming here. I'm going to take my normal swing. I'm going to take my normal stance. I'm going to try to go perpendicular, but you know, that's the main goal, is to be absolutely perpendicular. And what I mean is your hips, your knees, and actually it's not the position of where the front toes are, but it's actually where the back toes are, the back of the heels. So you want the back of the heels perpendicular to your target line, okay? And then when I say I'm going to aim this club face directly down the target line, okay? It's going to be right there at that 150 yard marker right there, and that's where I'm going to aim, okay? And there's going to be no thought. Just take it up here and take it through. Okay, I'm going to go through my shot routine right now. And bingo. Just have your natural finish, your natural shot. That ball went perfectly straight. You don't want to be directing the club. But now here we go. This is a lesson where someone had asked, I think Aaron, he had asked, well, for a beginner, how can I hit a draw? Okay, and so this is going to be the little differences that we're going to do to hit a draw. And I had said there's only a couple things that you got to do. You got to worry about your stance. You got to worry about the way your club is in relationship to your stance. So since we're going to be wanting the ball to go a little bit right to left, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to create a new swing path, okay, a new target line. We're going to use this 3-wood. That's going to be just a little bit, maybe 10 yards to the right of the hole, okay. It's just going to draw a little bit. Okay, because we're not trying to put a huge hook on it, but we want to do just a controlled draw. Okay, so here we go. What we're going to do, and I'm going to show you in the front of the camera, here, what I'm going to be doing different. All we're going to be doing different, everything's the same shot thought. Remember, up here and follow through over here. But the only thing that we're going to do is we're going to aim a little bit to the right. We're still going to keep the same ball position, and if you wanted to, you could put it, no, you just keep it in the same ball position, okay, right in the middle. It's fine. But instead of keeping your club in the direction of where you're going to swing, what I want you to do is, say you're going to swing in this direction right here, right, coming towards the camera, towards the audience right here. What you're going to do is you're actually going to have the face closed, going towards the target, okay? And so what's going to happen is if you're going to swing to the right, and with the club face closed, it's going to give a kind of a rotation like this to cause the ball to draw. Now this is a mistake a lot of us do. Okay, they want to hit that draw, but what do they do instead? They do this. They hold the club like they normally do, and then they close their hands and thinking that they've actually done what they're going to do. No, what I want you to do is not close your hands just like this to make it look like you've closed the club. But what I want you to do is I want you to actually have a loose grip, and I want you to slightly wiggle that club like this, a little bit closed. Now when you're hitting a draw, you got to remember one thing. You're closing that face, okay? So what that does is it changes the loft of the club. So your ball actually will go a little bit lower, and it'll actually hit harder on the green. You'll actually gain a few yards from doing this technique. But since there's no manipulation of the face, since there's no manipulation of the club, it's going to be a very controlled spin. You're not going to have much variances on the shot, only as much as you've actually closed the face and then actually the amount that you swung out to on the right side of the target. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate this, and I'm going to speak to you what I'm doing as I'm going through. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be aiming a little bit right. We're going down to the club. Okay, I'm losing my breath here talking, so excuse me. Okay, so I'm going to set it up. I'm going to go ahead and close my face just a little bit here at the start, not too much. Okay, and I'm going to line up. I'm going to go ahead and line up right at the target. Okay, line of the target. Line up my body, line up my swing, line up my shoulders as best as I can, okay? And then all we're going to do is take that normal swing. We're going to take it back here and follow through here to the target, okay? Let's go ahead and do that. And it should go a little bit right to left. Kind of close the face a little bit, but you can see that the actual ball went right of the target and actually started swinging to the left. It wasn't a huge hook, but it did actually have a little movement. I'm going to do it a little bit better here. We'll do it one more time. There we go. That's how we hit a draw. You want to try to make it as simple as possible. We're not changing anything. I don't want you to change anything as far as your swing is concerned. Now, if you wanted to hit a bigger draw, well, there are other ways to go about that. But if you're just trying to do a small little draw and shape that shot in there, or maybe cut down through the wind, all you need to do, close down that face, take that normal swing, hold it up there, and your ball's going to move just the way you want to. But that's my tip for you on how to hit a draw and to be consistent about hitting a draw. And thanks for watching.